Hey, what's up? Welcome back. It's Joe Carmack with Keller Williams. It's time for your How's the Market update for the Twin Cities for September 2020. So let's get into it. All right, three things I'm going to hit you with this month. First of all, let's start talking about number of new listings coming on the market. Now, remember, our market stats are about a month delayed, so this is reporting as of July. July marked the biggest month we've seen for new listings since 2015. That's a really great number. 8,068 homes that were listed in the Twin Cities metro. Although we do really like that number, we've got to take it into context of the entire year that we're having with 2020 and with COVID. So normally we'll peak out May, June, in that time frame, kind of somewhere between April and June is our peak for most number of new listings hitting the market. Unfortunately, obviously with this year, that curve that would normally go up and down and look like a nice peak like that was inverted, and so our big months were actually short of where they should have been pretty dramatically because of obviously everything happening in March, April, May this year. So because of that, yes, we do like to hit a new record for July, but it's really that all the listings we should have seen coming in were deferred. They've been pushed to July. So I'm recording this very end of August for our September update. I suspect that we're going to see once the August numbers come out that August was another really big month. For more listings that we would have normally thought to have seen coming on the market. However, I don't want to pretend like, we're just having a big boom of new listings coming on. It's really that we had a whole bunch we should have seen, we didn't see come on the market, just get listed late. So still, we'll take it. July, very, very good month. Biggest since 2015 for new listings coming on the market. Number two that I want to talk to you about is going to be the actual number of homes that are currently for sale. So first, we talked about new listings. This is just regarding the homes that are currently actually on the market right now. Normal for the past 3 years is about 13,000. Okay, so at any given point in a July market, we would see about 13,000 homes on the market. Currently, we're seeing only 9,700. So even with that big boom, obviously I like to talk about the peaks, but the reason is we're still 25% lower than where we should be for the actual number of homes on the market. So that can be two things. Currently, not as many people have put their homes on the market as we would like to see for the entire year, so there's that inventory that's missing. But then also, we're seeing, because interest rates are so incredibly low, we're seeing homes sell much more quickly. So we've still got all the buyers that are trying to buy, but there's not homes for them to buy, so they're competing over a smaller pool, and so therefore they're selling more quickly. So our current inventory is less than we need it to be. Compared to July last year, or really about the average of the 3 years, I'm saying we're about 25% short of the number of homes that are currently for sale on the market. So I even hate to mention it or post it, but if you hear agents that are saying like, oh, it's such a great time to put your house on the market, this is why there's very legitimate data to suggest we really need more homes on the market to support the amount of buyers that we have coming in trying to buy a home. We're short by a good quarter of what we should have, something, almost 3,000, 4,000 homes. So that's why we keep saying stuff like that. It's not really just to convince you to sell your house. It's really because the market has a big need, a big void that it's missing out there. Number three, let's talk about is mortgage rates. So I had just referenced them before. With mortgage rates, when they go down, I've heard the number thrown around a lot that if they go down by 1%, it opens up the affordability, your buying power, by about 10%. So I haven't run the numbers myself. That was a mortgage guy that I'd heard say that a while back. But here's what you need to know. Currently, I just had a client lock in at 2.625. Theirs would have been 2.5 if they could have done a shorter lock. That is insanely low interest rates. Okay, so if we're looking at it the broader length of time, what that means is buyers are coming in. And maybe instead of that being able to spend, let's say, $300,000 on that home, maybe they can afford now like $325,000 for the same payment, right? So it's the perfect storm when you've got fewer listings available, more buyers have to compete, they have to make better offers, and if they can get a $325,000 house for the same payment as what they had at $300,000, let's say, it enables them to pay a whole lot more. So because of that, sale prices are going up very strong. I wouldn't even say over where they should be, but sale prices are going up and buyers are having to be very, very competitive. So it's pushing that up. My opinion is the biggest news going on right now with mortgage rates actually isn't even what buyers are doing as far as their offers go. It's actually more so what I've been seeing is lenders and underwriters are super backed up right now. So even my preferred lenders that I work with, Other side of the transactions on my listings, pretty much across the board. If you know a lender, send them a thank you note, ask how they're doing, call, text, check in with your favorite lenders because they're all drowning right now in just the sheer volume of people that are looking to refinance their homes in particular, but also purchase. The refis, because in the mortgage world, it's essentially the same thing. If it's a new property or if it's the same property, it doesn't make a huge difference. They're trying to process so many new loans that things are getting delayed. Things are taking extra long. Normally it'd take a day or two to hear back from an underwriter. Now it's like a week maybe. So it's really, really bogging down the whole system. Currently in my own business, I'm starting to push out. Normally we'd push for like a 30-day close. I'm pushing for like a 60-day closing right now, so that we can give, especially with my sellers, we can give them a little extra time to get something under contract, but also because I just know that underwriters are so backed up right now. So that's the biggest news. If you're working a transaction, give your loan officer a little extra grace, a little extra patience. If unfortunately something gets delayed, be understanding. It's not that they're a total hack or anything. It's just that the entire industry right now is kind of overloaded, and so they're doing their best to keep up with supply and demand right now. So that's what's going on with interest rates. Obviously a good problem for us to have on the buying side of things. You can get a great home for a great interest rate, which will save you a ton of money. I've got other videos if you want to see exactly a price breakdown. You know, if you're at 3.5% versus 2.5%, what that does on your payment. You can go find those on my Facebook. But really, really good news all around. Very strong months. Not nearly as many homes for sale as we need, and we definitely need more new seller listings to come into the market. So that's what's happening in the Twin Cities right now. If you want, go subscribe to my channel because I'll update again next month on how things are trending. And then also make sure and click here for other videos that I got just like this on the buying and selling process, different little helps and hacks that you can find on my channel, and I post new videos every single week. Okay, thanks so much. Hope you have a great day.